My dear love, as I put pen to paper, I hope these words will find you in a state of grace and serenity. It has been quite a journey, and I want to share with you the depths of my heart, the transformations that have unfolded within me, and the realizations that have finally set me free from the world's clutches. In the past, I was bound by the desires of the worldly world, entangled in the web of samsara, constantly seeking validation and fleeting pleasures that never truly satisfied my soul. It was as if I was chasing shadows, never fully grasping the essence of life's purpose. But something profound has shifted within me. I am writing to you about my pain and eventual realization of detachment from the worldly world, the samsara. I am sharing about the purging experiences where I understood self-healing, introspection, and finally also connecting with the truth of love, of unconditional love. Truth and love, how are they connected with each other? After I detached, or I am currently also in the process of detaching from the worldly world, I don't feel the need to get validation from anyone anymore. I feel much more relaxed in my life. I feel that I'm also very grateful to God for the life that I have been given. Earlier, I used to complain a lot, but now I feel a lot more peace, and I'm thankful for every single day as it comes. My dearest divine feminine, I underwent a purging experience. It's a period of self-healing and very deep introspection. It was a journey to the darkest corners of my soul, facing the pain, the wounds, and the illusions that I only had allowed to take root within me. It's not an easy path, but it's necessary for my evolution. I realize that my attachment to the world has been a source of immense suffering to me. I still cling sometimes to desires, external validation, and material gains, never realizing that the true source of peace and contentment is actually within me only. Through this inner journey, I am reaching, it's happening in the present, a profound understanding of truth. This world is an illusion, it's a fleeting dream. And the real fulfillment comes from detaching from these worldly attachments and putting my energy into something. When we say that I work very hard, I've said it many times that I work very hard, or I do this, or I do that, to raise a family, to earn a living, to get recognition in society. All of those actions that I'm doing for my family and myself, I have done nothing special, I feel, because even animals do it, birds do it, fish do it. Animals are always hunting for food for their offsprings. Those who depend on vegetarian diet, they look for vegetarian food. Those who depend on meat, they look for those type of meals, and they provide for their children, for their offsprings. They provide for themselves, they provide for their family members. Even if someone doesn't have an offspring, but we all have this feeling of being responsible towards our family. That's why we get education, that's why we get jobs, that's why we do whatever we do, all the hard work we do for our own people. Birds are doing it. They fly from one place to another. They fly thousands of miles from one country to another just to keep their offsprings and their people, their own relatives, their own family members safe, to get shelter, to get food. In fact, if I look at animals, birds, fish, they're working a lot more harder than us. Fortunately, they are more aligned with nature, so they do everything in the confines of nature, which is actually freedom. But we don't do that. So we aren't doing, like human beings aren't doing something so great. We are equal to the animal, bird, and the water kingdom, the beings of water kingdom, because they also take care of their family members, they also take care of themselves, and we do the same. They also look for food, shelter, and keeping themselves warm and cozy and snuggle into some nice space, and we do the same. We just have a little bit of different style of doing it, but technically we are doing the same. So being human, we have something bigger, some bigger role to play, much bigger role than them. Otherwise, there's no difference between us and them. If we don't think about other people, if we don't think about mission, if we don't think about volunteering, if we don't think of putting our lives to good use, how are we even going to justify love? Love is about taking care of others. Love is about being responsible. Love is about being a person who fulfills their commitments, not just to their self and to their loved ones, but also to nature, to Mother Earth, and to the world that we live in. To be a giver is to be an actual human being. Human beings, being human, is to be a giver, is to take care of other people. And I have lived a very selfish life, a very materialistic life, a very selfish life. And this extreme attachment to materialistic possessions is a source of immense suffering to me, because I spent a lot of my years on planet Earth just trying to get somewhere in life materialistically. The external validation that comes from materialistic gains. Now, it doesn't mean that we go back and live in the caves. It means that we have resources now. We have lots of things that our forefathers didn't have, generations before us didn't have, or maybe they did have in Golden Age and Silver Age and Bronze Age. I've been studying yugas, which people in Dark Age did not have. Maybe we are just here to help this earth transition back to its original place. So I'm now realizing that the true source of peace and contentment is within me. I have reached to this profound understanding of actual truth. I am discovering that this world is an illusion. It's a fleeting dream. And the real fulfillment comes from detaching from these worldly attachments. The external validation I once used to crave for so much no longer holds any power over me. I have no attachment with the karmic reality. Or you can say I'm still working on it, but with a much deeper sense. And that's why I have found a profound sense of relaxation and contentment in just simply being myself without the need for others to validate my existence. This transformation, my love, has given me a profound sense of gratitude for life itself. I have an able body. I can see, I can use my hands and my legs, and I can walk upright. I can do a lot of things myself. I am so thankful to God just for this body. And then the life I have. I used to complain endlessly about challenges and injustices I perceived. But now I've realized that every moment, every experience, and every day is a precious gift from the divine. I try to wake up each morning with a heart filled with gratitude. And the days I am not feeling that way, I remind myself, I look around myself. Even if there are days when something is not that great, I still remind myself, because there are always reasons to feel grateful for. Cherishing the beauty in the simple things and the rhythm of life and the wonderful wonder of existence. Fortunately, the burdens of world has lifted to a greater extent, and in the place of those burdens, there is a connection that I found with Source, with Divine. With this newfound understanding, I am so grateful to God. God is guiding me on this path of self-discovery and liberation, and it's also showing me how to get through to correct information, to be in good company, to listen to the right people, to eat good food, to treat people with compassion, to control my anger, to control my hatred, because I've spent a lot of years blaming other people, looking for fault in other people. But now I try to look within. If something is wrong, I try to do an introspection and work on myself. I am releasing the deep-rooted narcissism in me. And I feel at peace. And that's why I'm talking to the divine feminine aspect of me, the nurturing aspect of me, to let you know that as I embark on this spiritual journey, I have found a deeper connection with my own essence, and it has allowed me to see the divine essence in everybody else as well. Whereas there was a time that I was only seeing problems in other people, negativity in other people. I was never accepting other people the way they are because I was not accepting myself. As we continue to walk on our paths, I always hope and pray that you also find the same peace and understanding that has filled my heart. May you also detach from the illusions of the worldly world and find solace in the simple beauty of existence, the actual magic, the magic of this life. Very soon, I'm also going to share with you my experience on how actually even separation is an illusion. There is no such thing as separation. We ourselves create separation, and then we ourselves suffer. When we are in the web of samsara, when we are constantly seeking validations from other people, and when we are stuck in a pleasure-seeking cycle, addictions, it feels like we are chasing shadows. We are never fully in grasp of the essence of our actual life's purpose. And so when I have been working on myself with the help of great spirit guides, masters, and source, I feel that this profound shift that has happened within me is actually the reason why I am detaching more and more from the worldly world, because I am getting closer to truth. More and more closer to truth. It is making me more and more independent emotionally, materialistically, financially, and physically. I no longer have the need to go up to people and to get fulfilled by them by trying to attain certain pleasures in a codependent way. Doing so only brings pain. The more aware and conscious I am becoming, I am realizing where the pain is actually coming from. I felt compelled to share with you the profound transformation about this experience, because I was also entangled in the never-ending cycle. The cycle of seeking validation from worldly world and then relentlessly pursuing and trying to either meet up other people's expectations or wanting my own expectations to get fulfilled. So this extraordinary experience that has transpired within me this bold step that I took of detaching from the worldly world, it was not an easy decision. It was difficult to relinquish the burdens of expectations. While doing so, I don't go and blame people for things that they are not able to provide to me. Or I no longer have so many expectations because expectations hurt. So I go into my own solitude. I spend more and more time with myself. I have become my own friend, and I feel there's a great power in liking your own company. There is a liberation, there is a freedom, an emotional freedom over there. These expectations, whether from myself, from life itself, or others. Even with life, I've had so many expectations that my life should have been like this, or my life should be like this, or working towards a futuristic goal, it only brought me pain. Expectations are like heavy chains that bind us to a never ending cycle of disappointment and discontentment. I don't have unrealistic expectations of people or situations because I realized that it had burdened my heart so much. Now I feel it's unburdening my heart, these letting go thoughts of expectations. As I embrace my life the way it is, the weight of unfulfilled desires and expectations that were dragging me down also goes away. The desires that once consumed me, they ran my daily life. My chores dependent on those desires have lost their grip, and in their place there is tranquility and a profound understanding of putting my energy into better things, like my inner work, my mission work, doing something for others, doing something for the next generation. The very reason why I'm here on this planet, to be of use, to contribute, to give back what I've taken from earth and what I've taken in time. My journey so far has also taught me the beauty of surrendering to the flow of existence. Both sorrows and joys, they both are so important, and I have to accept them. I have to learn to accept them with equanimity, without the judgment. If something is bad, judging it with like, oh my god, it's bad. Something is great, going just too deep into it and forgetting everything else. Looking at things from non-dualistic point of view, singularity helps us to understand that the essence of life is not found in the pursuit of materialistic gains or approval of others. I mean, materialistic things, it's like taken for granted. It should be taken for granted that it exists. It's not something that we need to manifest every day, every month, every week. Whatever is predestined, it is going to be given to us, and we are going to use it in a certain way. In same way, approval of others, and trying to always remember that we are humans. We have a moral compass. We are always humans first. In the simple act of being and embracing the present moment with an open heart and a grateful spirit, you instantly move into singularity. My dearest Divine Feminine, I want to share this with you not as a declaration of my own progress, but as an affirmation of my love and the hope that you too will find solace in this understanding, because this is such a beautiful thing. I really wish that we are able to share it with others. And this is not something that you can attain just like that by sitting with 20 people and just passing on the parcel. It's not like Chinese whisper. It is a very mysterious, very mystical experience. Although other people can ignite the fire in you, but the work has to be done by yourself. It also cannot be given to people who are not ready for it. It cannot be shared with those who don't want to hear about it. It has to be given to those who are ready for it, who want to know about it, who are interested in it, who are a vibrational match to it. And then whosoever is interested puts their own effort and their own research, their own work into it. I just wish not just you and me, but everyone can let go of the weight of expectations and embrace the peace and contentment that comes with detachment. As I evolve on this journey, I do wish and I pray for everyone to be able to evolve the same way or even better. We all should bask in this serene light of self-discovery and the joy of living in the present moment. The purging is really good. It's not bad. I mean, when we go through lows, we are actually programmed by the society, we are programmed by the world that you have to go through lows and it's going to be a bad experience for you. So people are actually running away from the lesson. They never actually look at the lesson, but it's a lesson that transforms and uplifts us. So purging is really good. Purging leads to transformation. Transformation leads to profound sense of gratitude for life. Otherwise, as I said, people just complain endlessly about the challenges and the injustices that they have perceived, and I have done the same for a long time. There is no need for complaining so much, and nothing is not just. There are no injustices. It all looks like injustices because we have chosen it to be that way. We have chosen to see it like that. Once we realize that it's just there for our growth, we understand that it was just part of the process. Actually, every day, every moment, every experience is a precious gift from divine. Doesn't matter it's good or bad. All of the karmic pain, the dark night of the soul, is actually meant for my ascension. I cherish the simple things, the smile of a stranger, the warmth of the sun on my face, the song of the birds, and the love that flows through my heart. It's as if a veil has been lifted and I can now see the world through the eyes of pure wonder. The karmic pain and the dark night of the soul were necessary steps in my ascension, because those moments of deep suffering, though painful at that point in time, were like the crucible in which my soul was refined. They are a part of the grand design of my spiritual journey, a journey that has led me to a place of profound gratitude. So yes, I'm also thankful for the pain and suffering, for they have been the catalyst for my growth, for my transformation. They have stripped away all the layers of illusion and ego, allowing me to see the truth that was always there, waiting for me to discover it. And whether it's joy or pain, both are precious gifts from divine. This is where I will close my letter to you. I feel so nice sharing all these experiences with you, with a lot of love, gratitude, and with a lot of wishes and prayers, and with the positive intention that sees you as a liberated individual, connected with truth and happiness and pure joy. Yours, Divine Masculine.